Cek, cek. Masuk nggak? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the last part of our sessions. We hope the sessions during these 3 days were fruitful for all of us. I will now welcome Rohadi, MD, PhD, of the second virtual ACNS of 2021 to share a brief information regarding this 3 days event. Please welcome Dr. Rohadi.
This is my great opportunity to listen my video. Thank you, Dr. Rohadi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night for many neurosurgeon, doctor, and our friend from around the world. First, I would like to thank all participants of the second ACNS Virtual Congress, from participants at pre-congress workshop and those who remain to stay until the event finally ended today. With 53 national speakers and 19 distinguished international speakers, without the help of Indonesian neurosurgeon and our sponsor who have helped a lot for the event, Mercy Pharma, Kurnia Abadi Selaras, and Synergy. And the most important, without all the participants who kindly join us since day one, it is impossible for us to arrive this closing event of the second Congress ACNS 2021. A very big thank to our mentor, Professor Yoko Kato and Prof. Azmi Alias, were really humble and have it very used patiently and thoroughly through every time. Thank you for use of the event as big as CNS. It is the trust from the CNS board member that motivate you to keep going and pass many hurdles along the way. Start from the workshop every day. We are very grateful from Prof. Azmi Alias, who has organized 11 different material in neuroendoscopy session. The material was so complete and comprehensive. Also thank to Prof. Masataka Takeuchi, who in the interventional thrombolytic workshop explained the interventional step in the great detail, step by step. And I will never forget for Professor Christopher J. Winfrey, who although had very tight schedule, at last the moment agreed to be a speaker in our workshop. For the first day and the second day, I was very surprised because I did not expect to the enthusiasm of the participant in the conference was so high. Despite some technical problem for us, the participant remained loyal to attend the seminar, and we got 34 young neurosurgeons who have presented their paper in our seminar. I am very grateful from this and apologize for the participants who recurrently cannot participate in presenting of the paper. The last day in the 3 days are far from perfect. There are so many glitches here and there to happen. We apologize if during the 3 days there are bunch of mistake from our part. I hope that holding a virtual ACNS in this mindset of the pandemic can be refreshment for my fellow colleagues who yearn to attend the live conference. Finally, I hope this short virtual conference can be useful and become a leader to increasing the cooperation of neurosurgeons in the world, especially in Asia. I hope this pandemic will overshadow and we can meet again directly at next ACNS conference in Shanghai. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Rohadi. Now let me invite again Professor Azmi Alias to talk about the next ACNS event. Please welcome Professor Azmi Alias.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. Again, congratulations to Professor Rohadi and his entire team for successfully organized a 3-day impact with a lot of information, knowledge, exchange of experience among not only participants but also the speakers. So now I would like to share with you the progress of the ACNS. So the Congress started, the first one was organized by Professor Iftika Ali Raja in 1996 and followed by the second one in Osaka, followed by in Nagoya by Professor Yoko Kato in year 2000, and following that every 2 years. This biannual Congress has been continuously organized. The fourth one by Professor Samuel Leong in Hong Kong. And then 2004, it was in Indonesia by Professor Eka Wasyopramono in Ciulam, Jakarta, Indonesia. That was 5th ACNS. And then 2 years later, we go to Mumbai, India, with Professor Basan Misra as the Congress President. 2008, we went to China with Professor Chili Linfeng. Yeah? In 2010, we went to Kuala Lumpur. 2010, with Professor Cici Peng as the Congress President. 2012, it was Istanbul with Professor Mehmet Zilali. 2014, we break the rules a little bit. We went to part of Russia, actually Kazakhstan, yeah? Astana, Kazakhstan, for the 10th ACNS. And 2016, we went back to Indonesia. It was organized and hosted by Professor Hafid Bajamal, yeah, in 2016. And 2018, it was hosted by Professor Imad Kanaan, yeah, in Dubai. And unfortunately, the 13th Congress supposed to be hosted by Kazan in 2020 was postponed due to pandemic. So we have already decided that the 30th ACNS Congress will be held in 2020 by Professor Ying Mao and Professor Bintu in Shanghai. And during our recent executive board meeting, it was decided probably in early March, but it depends on the pandemic situation globally. So if it is not ready, maybe it will be shifted slightly later. And in our last, on the 7th of August, we had our executive board meeting, and there was a bid presentation to host the 2024. It was between Nepal by Professor Krishna Sharma and also Egypt by Professor Nasir Agando. So if you can see here, based on the simple majority voting, so Egypt was awarded as the host for the next Congress in 2024 for the 14th ACNS after Shanghai. So now I would like to invite Professor Nasir Agando, the next Congress President of the 14th ACNS 2024 from Egypt, to take over and to present his proposal and to say a few words.
Thank you very much, my dear friend, Professor Azmi. I'm honored, as well as all Egyptian neurosurgeons and all African neurosurgeons, to have such collaboration with the Asian Congress. I'm grateful to Professor Yoko Kato. I'm grateful to all Asian colleagues that they gave us such honor to host the 14th Congress of the Asian Congress of Neurological Surgeons. We are going to do our best to make it a superb, memorable meeting. And in this occasion, I'd like to share my screen and show you some slides. If you allow me to do this, I will be glad. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nasser Al-Ghandour. I'm second vice president of the World Federation of Neurosurgical Societies, General Secretary of Cancer, and the president of the Egyptian Society of Neurological Surgeons. I'm glad that we organized 50 webinars during the tumultuous period of COVID-19 pandemic. And these webinars I organized as second vice president of the World Federation, and it was in collaboration with all our continent, the cancer, and with Egypt as well. We have to work hard in order to strengthen collaboration between our both continents. And I believe that this collaboration is very important and it will be very beneficial for the young neurosurgeons globally. In this occasion, we organized webinar number 31 with Professor Yuko Kato, and it was inauguration of the Egyptian women in neurosurgery. Another Asian-African collaboration was webinar number 39. I was also glad to contribute to the winter and to the summer seminars of the ACNS as an organizer and as one of the speakers. Now Egypt is honored to host the 14th ACNS Congress. I'm sorry that it's not the 15th because the 13th Congress had been canceled, and the 14th Congress will be in 2022 in Shanghai, in China, and the 14th ACNS Congress will be in Egypt. I'm also honored to be the president of the 14th ACNS Congress, which will take place in Egypt 2024. Egypt is always a point of attraction. As you can see from these photos, this was a big event which was held 3rd April 2021. It is the procession of Egyptian mummies and opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum, an event which attracted the world. Why Egypt? Egypt is located over the Mediterranean Sea and over the Red Sea. We have the best resorts and beaches, either in Alexandria, North Coast, Hurghada, or Sharm el-Sheikh. History of Egypt goes back to 5,000 years before Christ, and this makes Egypt a very interesting country. And you can see this history in Cairo, either in the pyramids, Sphinx, museums, or in Upper Egypt, either in Luxor or Aswan. The Egyptian Society of Neurological Surgeons is one of the oldest neurosurgical societies. It was established in 1967, just 12 years after the foundation of the World Federation of Neurosurgical Societies. We have a very good facility in Egypt. Egyptian visa can be taken online just a few days before departure or after arrival in Cairo airport. We will offer free daily scheduled transportation. We are suggesting to make the Congress in the last 3 months of 2024. The weather is beautiful at such time, and it's the time of vacations. There is no any regulations on transferring money to and from Egypt, and different methods of payment will be offered, including payment online by the credit card. We also recommend that Marriott Nina House will be our main venue, as you can enjoy the experience of the wondrous beauty of the pyramids from that venue. It's located at the base of the pyramids, and it's very close to many points of attraction in Cairo, like the Grand Egyptian Museum, Pyramids, Sphinx, and Cairo University. This is a proposal about registration in the different categories. This table also shows also that we are offering 100 scholarships for young neurosurgeons from the low and middle income countries in 3 different categories, as you can see from this table. Scientific program includes all specialties of neurosurgery. We'll be also concerned about making special sessions about women in neurosurgery, young neurosurgeons, neurosurgical education, global neurosurgery, and neurosurgical research. We will organize hands-on workshops in different subspecialties in neurosurgery as well, and we will be glad to offer 2 scholarships for young neurosurgeons in each workshop with free registration. This is photo in one of the hands-on workshops organized in Egypt. And as you can see, this is the president of the World Federation of Neurosurgical Societies and myself, surrounded by the faculty and trainees. This is a proposal about the scientific program. First day we start in the afternoon. Then we have 2 full days scientific program. We start 8 in the morning. We finish 7 in the evening. And the 4th day will be half day as well. We finish afternoon. This shows the Cairo social events. We will arrange a day tour going to points of attraction in Cairo, like Pyramids, Sphinx, Egyptian Museum, and other places. We will have lunch at the old Egyptian place, which is Khan al-Khalili. At night, we will arrange a tour to the sound and light show. That's very interesting because it details the history of the Egyptian pharaohs, which goes back to thousands of years BC. We also arranging a trip to Alexandria to those who are interested to visit this beautiful city, which is located over the Mediterranean Sea. It is just 2 hours from Cairo by bus. Let me show you this video, which gives you briefly an idea about the Congress, which was organized last time, just a few months before the pandemic in Egypt. And I was honored to be the president of this Congress. Interesting places to visit in Egypt will be the old Egyptian Museum, Pyramids, this in Cairo, Sphinx, Citadel, Sultan Hassan Mosque. I'm also delighted to organize our gala dinner. It will be in a Nile cruise in order to be able to see Cairo at night. And we will visit together, of course, the Grand Egyptian Museum. Thank you very much for attention and waiting for all of you to join us in the 14th Congress of the Asian Congress of Neurological Surgeons in Egypt 2024. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Nasir, for spending your time. We will honor to have you as the host for the 2024. So now we go back to the master ceremony for the next agenda.
Thank you, professors. I'm sure we are all very excited for the next ACNS in 2024. As we are approaching the end of the event, I would like to invite President of Asian Congress of Neurological Surgeons to deliver her closing remarks. Please welcome Professor Yoko Kato, MD, PhD.
So now the 3 days program has been almost the end. I really appreciate the President Rohadi and also the Professor Azmi, your main role of the Congress. I listened to as many as talks I can. So I realized of you choose so many nice plenary session the speakers, and also the contents of the topics is a very advanced one till the basic knowledge. And so it was the wonderful selection conversation, and also the parallel session. I listened several parallel sessions. The Indonesian, the young doctors talked to so many variety of the topics. I think I understood how development your countries, the level of the neurosurgery. I was so happy to know that. I think Asian Congress itself is not a political society that's focused on just education for young doctors. So that means I think this, unfortunately, this is the virtual one. But I think you give us enormous the product, the achievement through the 3 days, the Congress. Once again, I really congratulate your effort. And also the entire team made this very difficult the Congress can come to the end and a very successful one. I thank you very much.
Photo session.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor Yoko. And before we close this event, I would like to ask all participants to turn on your camera so we can have a photo session.
Nazil, thank you very much for a nice presentation again.
Thank you very much.
We will see you in Egypt.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
It's an honor.
Thank you. I would like to inform to all participants that the winner for the best paper presentation will be announced on our website. On behalf of the committee, I'm Sakina Sanat, would like to express my appreciation for the speakers and participants for taking the time to attend the symposium and workshop. We also would like to apologize for some glitches here and there during some of the sessions. Regardless, I hope we all enjoyed the lectures delivered by our honorable speakers. Thank you and stay safe. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Alaikum assalam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rohani. Thank you very much. Wonderful meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Katu. Thank you, Professor
Thank you
Katu.
very much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Really big congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Asmi, Yoko.
Thank you.
Hi.
We
Hi,
see you
Asma.
in Shanghai.
Yes,
Shanghai
yes.
first.
You're very casual. Very casual.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So see you soon. See you again.
Yes, of course.
See you, Professor.
Thank you very much.
You did a great
Goodbye.
job.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, Professor Katu. We are honored, actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's see you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Goodbye. Good.